this podcast.
Right.
Welcome to this podcast.
Yeah.
And all you grew on was white. We're rich. There's no perspective on life. It doesn't make you a bad person.
It's not your fault. That's the thing. It's not your fault. You didn't choose just like nobody else did. Nobody chose to be born in the hood. Nobody chose to be born poor.
No. Reference the article Washington Post, Derek Black.
So that just means
You can talk about this.
that just means that we're born into a broken world.
Right. What if that was his brother?
That means
Would that be fucking? What if my name was Dale Black? Would that be who the fuck I am?
no.
No.
Just that one change.
Dude, DNA, it's birth, it's existentialism. Like you don't choose where you're born.
Yeah. That's not how it works.
But I digress. To get back on point.
You said coalesce.
So, coalesce. So, in order to coalesce, we need to really define layers of bubbles in a way that people don't feel judged or attacked, but in a humorous, intelligent way.
So how many bubbles do you think it is? Do you think it's a set number, or do you think we all make up our own for ourselves?
I'm not going to quantify set numbers.
But think about this. Think about this. I think, Mr. Dell, but are you sure? Are you sure every bubble isn't subjective? Are you sure we don't create our own bubbles for ourselves as humans, individuals, beyond race and shit?
That's a deep question.
Our own delusional ideas about who we are as to the world and how the world actually sees
I'm
us?
just going to rattle off. I'm going to rattle some bones to you. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to rattle.
Yeah.
I got at least 50.
Go for it. I'm chilling.
Okay. Tall parts, diverse, down to earth, hippies, very light racism.
Yeah.
Downtown Silver Spring, you're melding. There are national folks, people who can't afford to live in D.C., want to live right outside D.C., bang, bang, bang.
A little bit of money, middle class.
Okay, so let's go up further up Silver Spring to Briggs Cheney. Hood Silver Spring. Now, by hood, I don't mean by any measures like it's really dangerous on cities. It's not like fucking like some parts of D.C. or wherever, Baltimore. Okay? Youngins out there like to think that they're fucking really good, but they're really not. But it's a very precise part of Montgomery County. One of the most precise parts. Greencastle, Briggs Cheney. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm about to say, you telling me I know all the people, I know them temperaments.
Let's move over to Hewitt Avenue, Aspen Hill. Another bad area of Montgomery County. A bubble. Very bad area. Let's go to Potomac.
You know what's crazy, though? A lot of these areas are influenced.
It's Scotland Yard. You told talking about it's a fucking hood. That's where youngs and women say, oh, this is where we go to cop. Cool. Bubbles instead of bubbles instead of bubbles. I can define them all, dude. I can tell you, dude. Let's take my 10.
But naming the bubbles, how do we evaporate them? How do we break that down?
Edge water down by the Anne Arundel. White fucking trash.
How do we break these walls? How do we shatter that?
I'm gonna name all the bubbles.
I think it's in a funny way. I think it's in an illusion.
We're talking about Ronnie, how did MLK do? You shed light on dark in a way that you can't get people to refuse what they're seeing.
But I'm saying, what is that way we gonna do it though? The podcast, but it gotta go further.
Organically, like we talk about hours, like many times. And what we talk about is great fucking podcast, materials. So like, dude, we just gotta do it. We just gotta talk about it. But here's the thing. What we're talking about, Ronnie, we both have a theory that maybe the masses may resonate. It's just a small thing.
You said this is what they need too. I feel like, and you know, it's crazy. I made a Twitter and a Instagram for the podcast already, and a website for us. I'm gonna send you the link. But
Right.
But Mr. Dale,
Listen.
but Mr. Dale, guess what the password is to?
What's that?
The society is thirsty.
Yes, I like it.
And look, you can sign on and you can tweet, and you can see what's going on if you want. You know what I mean? Feed into social media whenever, and it's cool because this new thing people do on the internet, which is trolling, and you know what trolling is, and it's basically you take on a different persona to get off a certain opinion or perspective or negative or positive. You can even do it in a positive and funny way. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like you could do it with a positive message, and it's be like, who is this motherfucker? You know what I mean? It would just get to people. It would get to people, bro. People would be like, who is this motherfucker who will not show? You know what I mean? I just love that, giving somebody something that they want so bad.
Listen.
But they
this
can't.
is the other key themes. We talk about key themes. This is the other key theme, okay? We talked about this previously. The greatest power any of us can achieve. Any of us, as a human being. Self-regulation. That's it. That's the greatest power. So what we have is a society of folks that are unbalanced and dysregulated, completely dysregulated, and completely off their path, reliant and focusing too much on technology.
But what about the people who don't even know that they off the path? How do we speak to those people? I feel like they don't even. You saying that they don't even know it's an issue going on.
I mean, dude, I want to talk about just a lot of like corny fucking messages peppered in there, but like, dude, like. If you're a parent, it starts with parents, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a parent, you got a kid, like, you think it's normal for them to have a cell phone, like, at a young age? No. Take this shit away from them.
That's not good.
That's
too much.
That's take away, like, you know, let them have a cell phone that they're at school, like, they can call you and that shit, like, no, like, like, listen.
That's too much power.
What's too much power?
A cell phone for a child, they shouldn't be able to see the things that they're able to see through a cell phone.
Exactly, but yo, Ronnie, the greatest memories I had as a child, I had dark fucking memories. I didn't have any friends, but like, I remember playing in the creek. And being fucking fucking crocodile hunter.
Mr. Dale, that's what. Mr. Dale, that's what I did my whole childhood.
Right, but dude, this builds you as a person.
Yep.
Cell phones don't. The fucking stupid little games you play 5, 6, 7, like that does not build you as a person.
Mr. Dale, you want to know something? When I would invite my friends to do it with me, they would throw rocks in the water to try to make me jump like it was something. You know what I mean? And then it would stir up the water. I'm like, I can't catch anything if you're clouding the water up at the other end of the creek. And they'd be like, my bad, bro. But it's like.
His thing was lack of pride.
Some people just think different.
We're in a shift where the world is disconnecting from empathy.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous slope.
That's not human anymore. Once you lose that, you're dead.
Yes. So yes, we're talking about this on the podcast. This is a key layer. The too much overstimulation, overconnection to technology is dehumanizing us in a different way than foster care clients are dehumanizing us similarly. Like it's a different type of dehumanization, but it's like it's undercover. You have a lot of affluent parents like they can afford all these conveniences, so it's cool to give their kids these things. Like the newest thing comes out, you think it's cool to give your kid for Christmas. Don't.
But
a 5 or 6 year old, you give them a fucking drone.
But you got to think though. You got to think too. These parents don't want their kid to feel left out and shit. But this is what the parents forget. This is the parents forget though. This is the parents forget. It's their job to teach their kid that it doesn't matter if you're in the crowd or not. But parents want their kids. Parents want their kid in the crowd. They want their kid to fit in.
It's not people, when you become affluent. Listen.
They want your child to fit in. They want your child to be normal.
We're going to talk about the Chris Lager lyrics. This is a real phenomenon. Google this. You don't believe me. 90% of, the biggest Powerball winners of all time.
Oh, I know.
10 years later are bankrupt.
Mr. Dell, you're the first person who told me about that, but many other people have told me about that.
So, what is the moral of the story? King Midas. If you're a weak individual in your core,
that's what I was telling you. It's gonna show.
It's not gonna make you more powerful. You're gonna lose everything. If you're weak-willed to begin with,
it's gonna show. The real recognize real. Real.
Don't play lottery. If you're weak-willed to begin with, don't play lottery. Build your fucking core. Don't play lottery. You gotta kill your want and love and passion for money. You gotta burn that out. You gotta burn that out before you. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Everybody wishes for power.
You gotta make room for it. You gotta make room for your.
Everybody wish for it.
Yeah.
If you're not ready for power, you're gonna build yourself.
You might hurt other people too who follow you.
Yes. This is the moral King Midas.
But that's what I was thinking about, Mr. Dale. Think about these kids who are growing up with Donald Trump as a president. Like you're a child, you know what I mean? And what about the kids this is their first year understanding what a president is, and they have Donald Trump as a president?
Well, you know what the Black Guy was going to do? We're going to shed a lot of light on this to make sure that 2020, hopefully, we're going to shed a lot of light on So I thought about what Trump won, and I sure lost. Russian manipulation, blah, blah, blah. Trump won. Right? Psychology. You're not psychologist like
that's what I was saying. That's what trolling is.
Right.
That's what trolling is.
There's certain effects you can't predict. This is like a chaos theory, okay? You can't predict the psychology of masses who might all coalesce.
You can't, but that's also that's
nobody voted.
That's another way of saying you can't control them.
It was like the lowest voter turnout in modern history. It was like nobody voted, so the majority. So Trump won, but the majority of people showed up were Trump supporters.
But think about this though.
Show up.
But that's what I'm saying. If we as the people, as we as people.
Nobody believed he could win. So listen. You're on your couch, you're like,
I believed he could win, though, Mr. Dill. I believed he could win if he wanted to. And I believe...
Hubris is a factor here. The tortoise in the hair. So many Hillary supporters are like, I don't even need to vote. There's no chance he has to win. If the hair thinks there's no reason to even try to fight the tortoise...
Tripping.
The tortoise might win.
Tripping. But that's the thing though. Niggas lose half of their power. He said half of the hours brain devoured by the beast. Dollars can't bring inner peace, but that still be what they preach. He said, me, I sit back and create. Now the world is in my reach. But it's like, he said, niggas lose half of their power, brain devoured by the beast. Like, people, give away so much without even knowing. You know what I mean? And I feel like I just worry about some people because I don't think that they're even aware that they're under something. And for you to say that, but most people react when they're in that state. When you say that to them, it scares them because it then all the walls around them fall, and people dread that. You know what I mean? That's something that we're all kind of running from every day.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm going to do? You know what we're going to do? I'm going to scare a lot of people. I'm going to shatter a lot of perceptions.
But you also got to lay that bed down. You got to smack them, but you got to, be there with the napkin to...
It is what it is. Listen.
Because think about this. You know people are ignorant. You don't want people to miss the message because they...
No, I don't get it. So I'm not trying to attack them. So
I'm coming for next though. I'm attacking. Yes, I'm attacking because it's racists who listen too, and they need to get that anger. But at the end of the day, when I say we gotta provide a place for them to go after we lead them out of the herd, we also gotta provide a place.
Okay, we gotta find it. There's so many layers. We're not talking about a white person saying you're a nigger. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about one of my clients, a female client who's Spanish, who's 18.
Mm-hmm. I learned that lesson. I don't have to do that. Like later, people always wait till they older to do all of that, and then they trying to live through their kids. I can live through me, and I can let my kids be a canvas.
You've grown so much in the last couple of years.
I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you, though, for real. Like, I look at you as a spiritual advisor, like, because I feel like you're the only person that looks at life in the way that I do, and it doesn't scare you, and it doesn't make you treat me like a patient. I feel like when a lot of people hear me talk, they want, their next question is, are you okay? Like, do you need to talk to somebody? You know what I mean? Are you alone? I don't want to leave you alone. I feel like we can't stop talking right now because I don't want, but people don't know that I know the truth is pretty dark, but I'm not giving up on the fact that can change. You know what I mean? Like, that narrative, at least I can be a part of it changing. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what sustains me. It's like at the end of the day, I don't know what God is. I don't know what created all this. I don't know what's after all of this. But I know how I feel when I'm doing something that helps somebody else.
That's just what I really I mean, I feel you. And I'm a dark dude, but man, dark energy sustains me.
Yeah.
I seek dark out and try to change it. And that sustains me.
It's just like a bounty hunter. He eats off of the fact that there's always a criminal out there to catch. You know what I mean? It's like
there you go. It's a thrill of chase. But Mos Def Respiration is my theme song.
Yeah, and like also like my kid.
Of mine, I just can't recline. Blast the holes in the night so she bleeds sunshine. Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah.
That's my pace line.
I can ride out to that. I fuck with that. That's on my headstone.
I mean, if I'm like a little rat, man, I just finish it.
That's headstone worthy.
I mean, Mos Def, man, he's a deep cat.
You want to know something, Mr. Dell?
What's that?
I always believe that, like you said, shit happens for a reason. So when I listen to music most of the time, I put my whole music library on shuffle. So I have all types of genres that come on. And Mr. Dell, when I tell you, like, Mos Def comes on every now and then, but it's nothing like when a Mos Def song comes on, and then a Common and Kanye West song comes on. You remember that song when he was live with Dave Chappelle or something, and he was like, "This the food." He's like, "Everybody got to eat, but this the food." You know what I mean? He was like, he said, "Got 2 kids." No, he said, "Walked in the crib, got 2 kids, and my baby mama late. So I had to did what I had to did, 'cause I had to get money coming slow." He's like, but I had to go get and then he was like, he said, money coming slow, but at least a nigga know slow motion that better than no. It was just like, he was like, kids raised in the city of wind. Like, he was just talking about, like, he was just talking about, like, it was just crazy how like, cause Mos Def is always. I feel like when he does this thing with his voice, where it's almost like shimmering, and it's almost like a candle flame. You know how it's like dim but bright, and then it's dim, and it's like it's like.
He has a way of changing the picture. It's always very unique.
In the song that you showed me, like I go high, she starts to cry. I can't think. Like he does that a lot.
Yeah.
He can do that. He knows how to do that even when he's rapping though. And he has this part when like some songs when his. But it really puts you into that mindset of like just the pain. You know what I mean? And his beat selection.
Yeah.
Man, Mos Def. He has a new interview out I was just watched not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, and he talked about how he went to Africa and how he was just like talking about it gave him so much hope because he's like, yo, it's all black over there. Like, you don't really believe the shit that they be saying. You shouldn't really believe what America be saying about Africa. Like, you had this weird perception growing up in America about what Africa's like, and he's like, it's black owned everything out there. Like, he said, and they look at you weird because you know what I mean? You standing out. And you a brother, you know what I mean? And he just talked about how, like, he had to put away a lot of his American just thinking because it got in the way and people there didn't care about certain things that he was programmed to care about.
Yeah, it's deep. I mean, like, so like, we look at him like, oh, dude.
You know, he even got.
Right. We all know that like there's a happiness with less material things.
Yeah.
Too many material things does not need happiness.
But you go to these.
We kind of notice.
You go to these countries that don't neglect their physical well-being. They don't neglect their nature around them. They don't.
Love and respect each other,
But I'm talking about how they just meditate on themselves and on being in the moment, and how the fact that you don't have all this hustle and bustle and all this noise makes it so you really don't have nothing to do but that. You feel me?
No, I
and that's why they come to our country thinking that it's where it's at, and it's like that's where the world is at. We both looking over the fence.
I hate my life, Ronnie. Every day I drive to work on 45 in traffic. I hate my life.
You saying this?
No, I'm dead serious, dude. Traffic, like, man, just stupid fucking traffic at 2:30 for no reason.
Mr. Dill, you know when I'm walking, bro, no offense, but I be feeling like, yo, people just stupid to have a car, bro. I just be looking at people like you're driving around with a big ass bill, yo. Like a gas guzzling, like where does your money even go? It literally burns in a gas tank. That's crazy to me.
Right, you know what you need to do? You want to get around efficiently, cost effectively? Man, I'm dead serious. I have a mechanic on the store for you. Go on eBay, you get an 80cc kit engine. They install a mountain bike. I'm not joking.
Do you have to control it like a dirt bike?
Dude, you can turn it on like a moped. It's a regular bike. You can bike it, and when you want to turn the motor on, you just flip it on. You go 30 miles an hour, get like 100 miles to the gallon.
Are you serious, bro? I would do that to work every day, everywhere.
Dude, I'm not joking.
I will invest in that. That's worth it. I will invest in that. I will make.
Right. Look on eBay, 80cc attachment. It's like $100. It's a kit you gotta build. But I got the kids you can build that shit to install for like maybe like $100 labor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like $200 attached to a mountain bike installed. You got a fucking a moped. And that junk, like, dude, I saw some dude in Village Square. That was the first time I seen this shit. Some dude, like a white dude, like sitting around, like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, that's camera. This motherfucker was getting low.
I was about to say I ain't trying to blow up or this. I have bad experiences, bro. I've watched my friend catch on fire on a freaking ATV.
You got one steep ass fucking hill all at the top of the head. He's built that zone going 25, 30. We hit the motor. I'm like, damn, okay.
I do remember that loud ass motherfucker though. I didn't like him though, cause you had to stop talking every time he rolled past.
You don't talk about? Was you there?
I might have been there, but I know when I was there, it was always at least somebody on a motorcycle or a moped, and you would have to stop talking because this motherfucker would be still down the street, but you could still hear him. And you.
Nah, it's nothing, dude. This shit's not that loud. I was like, damn, like, yo, it's efficient. There's a little motor, and we're a little loud.
Really?
Dude, yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm down.
It's like a 1 gallon gas tank. It's smaller, dude. It's a small attachment. It's not like a big deal. I'm like, dude, like, damn, how much can you get on it? Like, this is a straight ass dude. I don't even like that. Like, man, I can get like 80 gallons. I can get like 80 miles on 1 gas tank. I'm like, what? Seriously? Forget it, no bullshit.
But back to the matter at hand, man. Mr. Dale, I feel like we gonna be like the start of something. It's gonna be so many people that copy this.
Well, I don't give a shit about imitators. That's gonna happen. But you know, I'm more so interested in people.
That's good though. The fact that you can do something, but I'm saying the fact that you can do something that inspires people to act. I feel like that's like something I would want to sit back and admire. Like the fact that people are actually taking action because of something we did.
You know, this is why I'm kind of inspired to do this podcast, because kind of give my, for me to have my cake and eat it too. You know, I'm really still would be apprehensive to publish my book for a stupid reason. I thought this podcast would be a way for me to get some
You said hold on. Hold on, did you just say it's stupid to publish your book?
Ronnie, it's very...
It's not stupid, Mr. Dale. It's not stupid. I think what it is it's a
my career. It's career suicide.
But how you ruining a career when your real career is
something
you?
New. Yes, I get that. Ronnie, you got to understand, man, how many deep, close, professional friends, leaders I have in social work that respect me, that profound, like, I got deep relationships with, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much, I'm black sheeping myself from social work, okay? I'm turning my back on any fucking professional social worker who I'm friends with in social work.
Okay, and you can do your shit without social work. You don't need social work.
I can. You know, I'm prepared to do that. You know, if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. But you gotta understand, man.
I understand, but I feel like you can be happier in the end.
Quite possibly.
I don't.
A lot of times when you leave it faith and you feel like you're scared of doing something, or maybe there's something better for you on the end. But at the end of the day, it's still fucking scary, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing: as long as I'm alive, you got a chance to get out.
Well, either way, man, I don't have to be scared and I don't have to worry about shit, because I feel like this podcast is going to be successful to meet the middle ground of what I want to achieve and not have to fucking,
I'm not the one who I don't believe in pushing people to do shit they're uncomfortable doing.
No, you're not pushing me, man. I feel like it's organic. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to move forward.
I just want you to know though, I do believe that you could do this shit without them, and I believe that in order for things like that, for a lot of people's happiness, because of the way the world is these days, a lot of feelings gonna get hurt. You feel me? Just like how they caused Superman, or how they got mad at Hancock for how he saved people. Like, he saved the people at the end of the day. They was mad at him for how he did it. They wish he had did it in a more dignified manner. But he saved the people, though. They was mad at him for how he... You feel me?
That's a pretty funny superhero movie. I like that.
But I feel like you should treat your happiness like that, and I feel like it's gonna offend a lot of people. But at the end of the day, your happiness is you. But think about this. Think about this. Still, you living your best life affects me in a way that you can't even imagine, because you're not me. You know what I mean? But you can still imagine it to the point where, because I'm a child and I look up to you. So I'm not a child, but you know, I'm young and I look up to you. So But you doing that, I feel like you being you and being happy and living your life to the fullest is the best thing you can do for the world. To me.
I hear you, dude. That's the last layer, man.
That's the last layer. This is the last layer. It does sound like the last layer.
Right.
Like,
I'm on the line. I'm on the line of the face of social work to portray social work. It's a tough line.
Yeah.
Like for
I feel like
people, so many leaders feel like I'm the best fucking counselor at what I do. So it's like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like when Barry Sanders retired his prime and everyone went, what? Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like leaving the 99 to save the one. You know what I mean? It's like, are you gonna leave the one to save the 99, or you know what I mean, or are you gonna like?
You know, is there a day I gotta break away at some point, man?
Cause think about this though. I feel like
how many people we can help.
I just feel like the world. I feel like the world is bigger than social work in our system here in America.
It's bigger than me.
There's so many kids that you can help across the world, just beyond our country, that by doing literally what we would think in America is nothing, they would kill for in many places. You know what I mean? And
you know, I want to be dramatic, man. Cause my book is the extreme. The podcast is the middle ground. You know what I'm saying? So
this the tester.
I don't need to worry about the extreme. I don't need to worry about quitting my job through my book. This is why I want to do the podcast.
Yeah.
This is the middle ground for me. You know what I'm saying? I could do this. We could do this smartly, intelligently, anonymously. Where like
I'm gonna tell you.
Traceable back to me.
I'm gonna tell you though. You still gotta write that book, Mr. Dell. I'm not gonna let you not write that book. And I'm not gonna let you not publish it though. You gotta publish that shit somehow.
Oh, it's gonna get published. I'm in a terribly not rush to do it.
I'm gonna just tell you this though, Mr. Dell. No day is promised.
What's that?
No day is promised.
No what?
No day is promised.
No day is promised. Yeah, you know, I hear you, man. You never know what tomorrow holds.
Carpe
You
diem.
never know, dude.
Carpe
You
diem.
never know.
Carpe diem. I just want to see a different thing. I want to see that revolutionary come out like guns blazing.
Chapter 3 through 6 will illuminate some things that you might not have thought were possible.
Yeah, I feel that.
But you know, like they do. My book is really about identity and how we can form identity and be our best selves, and how we should never let society label us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never let anything label us. We define ourselves.
But what does that mean for those who would say that some people wouldn't know how to define themselves correctly?
You just hit the nail on the head. We have the masses who are lost, who have no idea how to define themselves, because they're all so distracted with technology. They're all looking at the same thing. How many likes I can get? How many? They're basing their esteem on that. Not if they're a great ping pong player. Not if they're a great artist. Not if they're good at basketball. Not if they enjoy photography. Not selfie photography, like nature photography. You know what I'm saying? Not if they like camping. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's what brings us all together though, because we all looking. We all don't know though how to define ourselves at the end of the day. Us as humans don't even know how we got here. That's the question that we still trying to figure out.
Two pieces of homework. I told you to watch Ecstasy. That's this funny modern comedy humor. Ronnie, I'm telling you, you gotta watch just the first episode or two of Legion Season 2. Deep, heavy psychology, just the intro. I can't remember if this is the first episode of Season 2 or the second. It might be the first. Just a half-hour intro. Dude, it's a mind fuck. It's like you're taking LSD, Ronnie, And dude, they're talking about some trippy advanced psychology that, like, you can't deny.
Wow.
It's her mentality, like, it's most defined moment. It's very intelligent and powerful.
Yeah.
I think I described it to you. It was like a chick who got, like, beat by her father. She got kicked to, like, escape from this, but she's very popular and pretty, and she's in this tick at a certain time, and, like, subconsciously other people start doing the tick. It talks about, like, what we talk about, like, how our brain can create reality for perception. And perception of reality is just really, dude, it's a mind fuck. It's like an Alice in Wonderland, like, down the rabbit hole, like, mind fuck.
So she's like, she's in an alternate reality?
Dude, Legion is just, dude, it's just one big sight, dude. I mean, I'm not asking you to watch all episodes. I thought you did many times.
Nah, if it's fire, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
But dude, just watch. I mean, just for what we're talking about, for the topic we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just watch season 2. I think it's the first episode, like the first half-hour intro. Dude, it's one of the most smartest, intelligent, advanced psychology like heroes. It's like real.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude. I mean, dude, you know, when you get a chance, I tell you to watch it all the fucking time. You know?
No, you're good. I just have a list.
But Legion, you will like. It's more psychological thriller than it is Marvel, but it's a Marvel fucking series.
I feel like I've seen the movie Legion, though. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
you know, but like, the movie has nothing to do with the series. Legion, dude, I swear to God, like, it's better than Stephen King's psychological thriller. Like, cinematic thing I've seen. It's almost like what Stephen King wanted to master in his movies.
Man.
I'm telling you, it's a very intelligent, really well put together psychological thriller.
I like movies like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like, it's not a psychological thriller that makes, like, two parts of, like, what? Oh, that's stupid. Dude, it keeps you guessing, it keeps provoking intellectual ability thought. It keeps you wanting more. When I swear, like, one of the producers is like a fucking, like, modern day, like, psycho, analyst, like Freud, you know what I'm saying?
Probably is. I mean, I feel like you have to be if you're gonna make a movie.
Dude, it's just too intellectually, psychologically thrilling. I mean, it's really done well.
And it's a show.
If they're showing FX, Legion, you gotta watch it. The premise is, there's like, dude, you're gonna like it from season 1. It's, the first episode is fucking crazy. It's hard to watch. Because the premise is, either schizophrenic, you get a mental health, lockdown mental health center, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But like, towards the end of the first episode, we're in 2-hour pilot. You're starting to question, is he really schizophrenic or crazy? Or is he being, like, duped or tricked into thinking he's crazy? Is he really, like, one of the most powerful psychic mutants that existed?
Oh, like everybody today.
He's more
How we're all
powerful than Professor X.
how we're all being we're all being tricked out of that power. We're all being tricked out of that power.
So basically, he's so powerful, he's duped into being a psychiatric lockdown facility to, like, stop him from, like, realizing his power and essentially destroying the world. So it's really that plot. He's more powerful and psychic than Professor X or Jean Grey. It's an X-Men offshoot, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They represent X-Men, you know what I'm saying? They're mutants, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole, like, mutant, like, you know, they're chasing down mutant, the whole fucking plot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the whole plot is, he's a fucking, like, terrible schizophrenic, you know? Like, dude, it's fucking trippy. But, like, he goes from being, like, really crazy in the first pilot
Is this show popular?
It's not that popular. You gotta be intellectual to like it.
Yeah.
I try to tell a lot of people don't like it. It's like, oh, that's show's weird. Oh, it's funny. I'm telling you, they like it.
Fuck that.
Look, I'm telling you. It's not like vanilla. It's not vanilla at all. It's very fucking dark. And there's parts where, like, it's like Freddy Krueger-esque in Nightmare on Elm Street, where, like, you know, the mutant is, like, attacking him with, like, real life, like, dude.
Hold on, I'm about to watch. You said season 2?
Just to get into, like, the topic of what I'm talking about, like, season 2, dude, it starts off, like in a crescendo of, like, dude, season 1 ends in a crescendo, like, dude, like, from, like, season 1, I mean, episode 1 through 5 builds, like, it's just crescendo. The first couple episodes, it's kind of slow build up, but, like, dude, by episode 5, it's like a sheer pitch terror crescendo, and it just keeps building and building. And season 2 just picks right up. Now, season 2, the pilot 1 episode is not terror, but it just jumps into, like, it ended on a very psychological trip, and the season 2 pilot episode is like, whoa, it just, like, found a way to make a more intelligent, fascinating psychological trip. It doesn't start off on the straight, it doesn't take on a terror crescendo. But dude, I'm telling you, like, the terror.
I mean, I kind of like movies like that, though.
There's a couple episodes, like 5. I don't feel it very often.
But
The monster, the psychological, Stephen King-esque. They foreshadow it. They forebode slowly, and it builds it. And when the monster comes alive, it's fucking terrifying. You don't believe it actually comes alive.
yeah.
That's what Stephen King does. He makes a fucking little paper ball in the corner right there to get attention to. Slowly get darker, and all of a sudden that turns into something like it's terrifying. And you're like, how the fuck was that just like a balled up piece of paper in the corner of the room?
Like it creeped up on you.
Like 4 times ago, that was just a balled up piece of paper in the corner.
But that's the thing too. It shows you even through movies and entertainment how symbolism and subconscious, like even when we're not paying attention, we still notice things. You don't remember it until you see it again. Then you realize that you remembered it.
There was terror in stages. Flat out, like the 3 comes out, ooh, boo, like okay, that's the enemy. You don't know who the enemy is. It's like mosaic.
Yeah.
It's
this girl laying. It starts with a woman laying on the pool, right, on the thing, staring at the sun.
Dude, it's terrifying. I'm telling you, it's psychologically terrifying. Like, the first season is just like, dude. As far as terror goes, psychologically, really, it's great on that tip.
So, what you think about spiritual? What you think about spirituality? Do you believe in like God and stuff? Like, should I be praying to God?
Yeah, I'm very spiritual. I believe, I'm open-minded to all religions' view of their creator. But I do believe in general we all have the same creator. I don't know what it looks like, but what it embodies. My greatest theory is it's just pure energy, pure light. Because I think we're myopic.
Did you watch the documentary, the Jim Carey joint?
That one documentary about what?
The Jim Carey documentary. Oh man, that's the next thing you should watch. I'm gonna text you the link.
What are you talking about? But hear me out though. It's kind of funny though. Have you ever thought about how funny it is in Christianity? We talk about God as the Father and as a male. You ever think about how funny that idea is
Yeah.
God created us, okay? God created man and the woman. Okay? God created that, okay? He created sexes. He created, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
So how is he a man? You see what I'm saying?
How is he a man? Did you get what I'm saying?
Look, you want to know something though? There's some people out here.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever thought that deep about it?
No, yeah, because I've heard this one rapper do an album where he's kind of basically showing you all the reasons why he thinks God might be a woman, because he was like,
I don't really thought God might be a woman, but go ahead.
but not even just a woman, but has feminine like qualities, like we call Mother Nature, but and then all the.
God is both.
But then,
God is pure energy.
but then we name all the drugs after girls. You see what I'm saying? And like Mary, Molly, Lucy,
What if God is a pure energy embodiment that embodies all of what encompasses everything?
And then look, Mr. Dale, look.
What makes nature, which makes life is.
But you gotta remember,
a male and a female.
back in the day when these dudes was writing the Bible, they didn't really look at women the same way that we look at women now. So a lot of these guys were sexist back then. So think about this, what did he say? He said, you singing hymns in church and I'm looking for the hers. And then what he say? 66 books in the Bible, they ain't let a lady say one word. And he was like, what did he say? It was just crazy because he was like, I don't know. It was just odd how like it's like they treated they like just the way, I don't know. It's just the way that they like treated women. It's almost like they was gay, bruh. For real. And then they was dressing up in wigs and stockings and shit. Like, they writing with feathers back then. So my thing is this, like, I'm like, all right, so, all this, like, I don't know. It's just, it's really demeaning to women. And yet, like, I just don't see how our system can still be built off something like that ancient.
Fine. The universe will balance itself. We're primitive. We're so primitive. We're evolving. The universe is balancing, and we're seeing this with the Me Too movement. We're seeing women empowerment roaring. We're seeing the most powerful men in modern society now. Their power crumbling. Faster, rapidly we've ever seen powerful fucking men ever crumble.
But you see, they hate this shit though.
You see what?
You see, they hate this shit.
See, who hates it?
These fucking sexist ass.
Hey, but you know what? But either way, I'm feeling balanced here. I'm feeling like, you know what? There's a lot of fucking rich white dudes or rich whatever dudes, white or whatever. There's a lot of rich fucking dudes out there who have power, who are second guessing, like, you know what? I shouldn't have hubris, probably, that secretary or wherever, like, I probably could do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to second guess that. I'm just going to, you know what? Trying to go by my fucking mistress on my vacation home. I'm just going to stick with that. I'm not going to try to fucking pressure my secretary. But you
ever thought, like, Jesus lived 33 years, right? And apparently he was, quote unquote, black. So this man was a 33-year-old virgin. Like, he died a 33-year-old virgin. Like, God, like Jesus, of course that wasn't what he was there for, but like that, it's just 33 years. He didn't have a wife at all. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't.
I mean, those times, it's not like unheard of.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like the whole Christian faith is really sexist. Like, it's like geared towards women being lesser than a man, because it teaches women to submit to the man. Like, I literally watched my mom say that to me.
Christianity is jaded. Okay, let's just say that. It's jaded?
I feel like it's a little twisted towards some. It's a little biased. It's a little biased to.
Look, Christianity is one of the most powerful religions, and you know people in power have changed it since it's been around.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just can't trust that shit at this point. Like, I used to love that shit so much, and it hurts because so many people I know.
It hurts to see radical Christians like claim that gay people are evil, and it's like, how can you claim to be devout Christian and preach hatred?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you the same person who says God loves everyone. That don't make sense. You the same person that says God. You say
Jesus, like they're not like side principles. These are like his main principles. You can't judge others. You don't have the right to judge. You're not perfect. Don't fucking judge others. You don't have that fucking right. That was his main principles. Like, love, not hatred. What main principles?
Yeah, love, you know, your neighbor as yourself. Yeah.
Dude, I firmly believe this in my heart. If Jesus was alive today, you know, these really devout Christians like, oh, you're evil, gay, like, people like, God doesn't know you, dog. Like, what? What are you talking about? These people are evil. It's against the sanctity of spirit. Like, well, cool.
But you gotta think about that too. Like, no person.
He'll say, cool. I sense hatred in your tone, though.
You gotta think though. Like me and DJ Ace was talking about this too. No person really wants that anyway. Like, nobody wants somebody around and that's always gonna be like.
But I don't get like how you can be proud Christian and speak in Christ's name as if you're speaking for him. Oh, there's evil against Christianity. Are you speaking for Christ?
I do.
You're preaching hatred, speaking for Christ. It's like, it doesn't,
I don't even. Yes. These people have justified. But I feel like some people do that shit for money too. Not to no lie. Like you heard Joel Olsteen, like it was a hurricane or some shit, and a flood.
I heard. Fuck Joel Olsteen.
That's crazy though, right? I saw it coming though.
I got some friends who are Joel Olsteen, like,
I'm so happy that
no, thank you.
Mr. Dale, I'm so happy that he didn't open his doors though, because it shows so many people that people at that level aren't what you think, and I felt like too many people look at he ends up becoming their god, and I feel like to see him.
You know what? I don't want to be hypocritical. I don't want to be. I gotta tone my energy down and say I fucking hate Joel Olsteen because I don't want to be. Because I don't like to preach hatred. Okay?
We don't hate him. We strongly dislike him and disagree with him. We love him as a human. We hate the behavior.
I feel kind of sad about him. Really, it's just kind of sad.
Most of those people are the most hurt.
And dude, how can you be such an icon for Christianity? And your flashy ass fucking. Well, my brother has this shit. She got ready to finish. Like, oh my God, like, man. You know what? I'm gonna watch Joel Olsteen. This is the day I'm gonna watch Joel Olsteen. He goes on a sermon in a fucking stained t-shirt. It's a sweatshirt. It's a flip flops.
With no grease and
with no. Nobody who speaks dispassionately about Christ.
With no hair gel and no teeth whitener and shaving all that makeup. You know he wearing makeup.
Like, yo, man, I want to see him come to sermon 45 minutes late.
You know he wearing makeup.
Like, yo, hey, I'm not perfect. I'm a sinner.
Yeah.
Last night, I had a little too much fucking moonshine.
Because that's the balance. That's the balance that a leader is supposed to give. They're supposed to show people that, yes, I'm a leader, but I'm not it.
He's another Donald Trump, man.
Yeah.
You're trying to show fucking your pearly whites, and you're just like, like, oh, I'm so. Man, we've all seen these type of leaders that have fallen. Yo, I know you got. You guys are skelling in the closet that are old. They're current. They're fucking scary. But at the end of the day, dude, I gotta say this.
He started a fundraiser and wouldn't clarify where the money was going.
Dude, it's just bullshit. Okay, he's just a con artist. Okay, I gotta say, he's a fucking charlatan.
And he's mooching off. He's feeding on people that are just emotionally hopeless.
Just
And he's serving them hope.
Fucking so easily dissuaded. Right. If you are truly a man of Jesus, as passionate he talks in his sermons about Jesus. Another one of Jesus' core principalities: you don't fucking possess wealth. If you want to be close to me or die.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Jesus was alive, he called motherfuckers out. The wealthy man who said, Craig brought Jesus. Oh, hey, Jesus, I did a great thing. I sold all my village for a year.
Not to mention he hung with the sinners.
And Jesus said, that's cool. God doesn't know, you know.
Not to
mention. The wealthy man got offended. Like, whoa, what are we talking about? Like, damn, dude. Like, I did something good, right? And Jesus said, well, yeah, you did something good, but if you want God to pay attention, you have to give away all your wealth. And the wealthy man said, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, how many survive? And he said, well, you don't understand. If you did it, you'll survive for the rest of your life and be happy. We talk about the story.
Yeah.
If the rich man gave away all of those villages and they had enough resources forever, do you think they're never going to provide for him?
Nah.
He's going to be having dinner at every villager's house and having substance, a rich life, happy stories, interactions with people.
Just think about this, though, Mr. Dell, in a kind of practical way. Like, if you help me, then that means one day if I fall, I can help you. You know, I mean, if you fall, one day I can help you. You see what I'm saying? I said it backwards, but.
Yeah, you know, Ronnie, that's a deep analogy. I didn't consider that. If I do this leap of faith that it dooms my career, I might have to do this seriously.
Mr. Dell, I'm telling you, bruh, I feel like you will be able to help so many people, man. Like,
hey,
you know how to.
I'm not looking to be a martyr, man.
But I'm saying you know how to reach. You know how to reach children, and that's not common for people your age and up. Like, they kind of shut off to this generation. It's not really much they can say to this generation. There's not much this generation they can't understand, you know. And I feel like you are one of the rare people that actually can dwell in both realms and get both sides, and that's needed if we're gonna come together. You know what I mean? I feel like
we're talking about layers. We got some layers, man. We got some layers we can blend.
Yeah.
Hey, my man, it's been a legend, but I do better wrap it up and get the business suit, man.
Me too, man. Just hit me up whenever, like, and we'll collab more.
I'm always giving you some homework, man, but just a few things on your to watch list. Legion, just the first episode of season 2.
I'm watching that now.
Get the Legion later, man. So, but the other thing I suggest you to watch was Idiocracy, the movie.
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy.
Okay.
Luke Wilson, it's like an early 2000 movie, Maya Rudolph. It's stupid comedy, but it's prophetic of what we're living in right now. Seen this thing get shot like a year ago. It was prophetic.
Yeah.
And the last thing I was suggesting to watch is all on the bottom of the topic that we're talking about for fucking our podcast. There's one more thing. What was it?
I recorded it.
Well, you recorded, so
yeah,
you're here.
Yeah, I'm about to listen to it back.
But is just fun humor that's actually, enlightening what we're talking about. But what is Origami? Trust me, the first, it's either the intro to the second episode or the first episode. But it's like the first half-hour intro. It's just psychologically fascinating and very advanced psychology.
Yeah. I'm seeing it without the sound on, and it's pretty crazy.
It's really gonna resonate with what kind of like we're talking about. We're talking of everything. Of how the masses, her mentality, you're going to see the her mentality in it. Of how the masses will align and follow very easily and shape perception of reality, blah, blah, blah. It's deep, dude.
I'm down.
I mean, you know, the idiocracy is just like fun humor, but also it's going to be a topic for the podcast. But just the first half hour of the second season, you got to watch that. That's definitely something that's going to be the top part for you to watch for our next conversation.
Bet. Already see it.
Man.
Who's this black? Oh nah, I thought that was the dude. Woody.
So Legion is a show. It's an FX series. It's a show from FX. I don't know who the lead actors, the new actors. The one known actor, the chick in it, her name's Aubrey Plaza. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah.
She's a weird looking brunette. She did a lot of things.
Yeah, I've seen her in the other shows. I just saw her.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza's in it, and she's like a very key figure in the dark part of it.
Yeah, she always plays some like dark goth girl or something.
Oh, dude, she kills it. And if you like Aubrey Plaza, Legion first season, oh, dude.
She's hilarious too, though.
Dude, if you're Aubrey Plaza's fan, just remember you watch Legion. Dude, I'm on Plaza's fan. Legion is the best thing she's ever done, hands down.
Bet. I'm watching it. I'm gonna watch the first episode tonight.
She's very dark, and she's the only one to portray the dark layer well. There's only like Aubrey Plaza's the one person to get blown off.
I trust that.
Dude, the first season is very fucking dark, dude. Like, you know, just picture like, you know, 5-year-olds getting decapitated and being talked about in a humorous way.
I ain't seen nothing crazy yet, though. I just seen the girl licking herself like a cat.
Dude, I'm telling you, they keep doing shit like, you gotta watch it. They don't show you shit previews. It's a psychological thriller. They do well. The producers, they build it up in stages, crescendos, almost like Lost, like J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
They don't just give you right away. They fucking make you earn it.
Bet.
But they build the suspense in fucking stages, dude. They do it very well. But a lot of being very being a very terrifyingly like a psychology major in college, this would be your favorite show.
I'm a psychology major in life.
So am I. So I'm telling you, like, no rush on it. I'm telling you forever, but I'm telling you, when you watch it.
I'm watching it now.
The first episode of season 2.
Yeah.
It's trippy, dude. Let's segue off, baby. You gotta pay attention.
It says it's called Chapter 9, right?
No, sure it's called. You got Wikipedia. Make sure you got the right joint.
Do you know what the cover of the show looks like?
I'm still watching season 2. Like I've only been like 5 episodes of it. Just Wikipedia. Like, okay, so I just know like that. So you know you're watching the right thing. It's weird. Like you're watching like okay. An announcer like in a dark like silent. Oh, this is it's almost like an instructional video, okay? And they're showing like high school cheerleaders, okay? And a popular cheerleader is getting beat by her father or beats his father, and develops a tick.
It starts like that?
That's how it starts.
The first season or the second?
Not the first season. I took the first season is doper than the second season. The first season is just dope as shit. You really gotta watch the first season when you have time. What I'm saying is, based upon our conversation we're talking about, you really need to watch the second season. And dude, if you pick up in the second season, it's not a spoiler. It goes over a random psychological tip.
I think I was
So
on.
if you just watch the first episode of the second season, it's not gonna fuck up anything for the first season at all.
Alright.
So like the first season is like the deepest Freudian trip, and like the first episode of the second season is like they somehow found a way to evolve to like super Freudian. What the fuck? If you're a fan of the first season, when you do the second season, like, whoa, that's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
It's not gonna spoil it for you. It's not gonna spoil the first season. But it just goes into like a very deep psychological experiment that's very fucking true. It's like, dude, they're talking about like Kurt, like the writers above like psychology students at fucking Harvard. Psych the brain. Like they're talking about shit that's like society, like how we're being guided, like, dude, buddy. You gotta watch it. Just find it. You'll know you'll find it. In the second season, I can't remember if it was episode 1 or episode 2. Like the first half-hour intro was just a deep, trippy, psychological, very fascinating later. That does make sense.
I got you.
Hey, Ronnie, it's gonna make sense to everything we've been talking about tonight and everything we're talking about on our podcast. Herd mentality. How we, Ronnie, let's talk about a psychology factor. There's something called the alpha factor. The alpha factor meaning evolutionary. We're always going to follow what we think is the alpha. Females want to mate with the bird who thinks can dance the best, has the brightest feathers.
Women want the boss, the CEO.
What's that?
So women love the boss, the CEO. He got the most money.
Yeah. So in high school, in middle school, the most popular kid that does something subconsciously, we might all start doing it the same thing because they're so popular. Alpha effect. But Roddy, just watch it. You'll know what I'm talking about. But they talk about it in such a more fascinating, deep way that I'm talking about it. It's powerful. It just makes you think like, damn, that's fucking deep. It makes you go down a rabbit hole.
You said it makes you feel like you're a radical.
No, it makes you go down the rabbit hole.
Oh.
That's the metaphor I use. I love you all the time. Go down the rabbit hole, Alex.
Damn faucet.
It's a scary thought. But if you never go down a rabbit hole, you never evolve.
But that's why I experimented with psychedelic drugs, like to actually see.
Go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I feel like to face it though. It's like that facing it thing. It's like.
Look, it's scary to jump into a black hole,
But it was beautiful at the same time. It's really.
It can be there's things out of control. But there's wisdom and truth and knowledge you can gain that you'll never gain ever if you don't.
Yep. And that's another thing too. That's another thing I want to do in my life too. I want to eradicate this stigma around psychedelic drugs. Like, I feel like everybody should do that at least once.
Not really my thing. I was like, Judge, I'm a little more mild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like it would change so many. Like, I feel like certain people temperament wouldn't fit right, but I feel
I don't disagree. So Ecstasy was really originated. I don't know if you know this. Not by a street pharmacist, but by a psychotherapist. And Ecstasy was legal. It was used in therapy. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Google it. Ecstasy, MDMA. When it first was created, it was actually able to be bought in a pharmaceutical. It was something derived, and it was something you could get in a pharmaceutical prescribed by a therapist, primarily used in marriage counseling for couples who had terrible relationships or about to get divorced, and it was found to be very effective. This is before it was used as street drugs or fucking abused, but think about it. You have the husband and wife, they can't get along, they hate each other, always fighting, they take ecstasy, and all of a sudden, they work shit out.
Yeah. I bet they did.
It was legally prescribed live in therapy sessions.
I bet they did work shit out.
They worked it out, right? Go for it. That's topic for the fucking podcast. People, man, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Alright.
Text me, let me know. I'm gonna call you. Let me know when you watch the lead episode.